Hi YouTube, hope you're well. I thought I'd do a video on hybrid humans. Someone asked a question about hybrid humans, so I thought I would share. Now, when I do my Q&As and look at elite around the world, people on the media, to politicians, to celebrities, to a lot of the time when I look, I don't see a human being. I see a reptilian. They have a human body, but when you look deeper, there's actually a reptilian within that body. And how does that happen? So what happens is that a child is born into this reality. Now, they're born just the same way that we're born. There's no difference. They have a human body. And then within the first 7 years of life, there would have been a massive trauma to that child. And what happens with trauma is that the consciousness recedes back. The child gets scared and just starts to detach away from the body. This leaves the mind and the body very vulnerable. And at that time, the reptilian starts to attach to the child. The mind and the body will start to accept the reptilian as its own. And as it grows, the reptilian will come more and more to basically manipulate the child's brain in order to see reality in the way the reptilian wants the child to see it, and basically become a hybrid human, an agent for the reptilians. They look human, but they aren't human, and they have abilities. One thing is with the reptilians is that they're not self-sufficient like we are. We have our female energy that flows through our body that keeps our body alive. If we keep our, eat and look after ourselves, we'll live sufficiently self-sufficient for 70, 80, 90 years. Reptilians aren't like that because they were created in labs by these other ETs called the Watchers, and they were mixed a lot with consciousness and AI. So the brain of a reptilian, they have a tiny left side of their brain and a very large right side of the brain. So when you look at a hybrid human, it's exactly the same, because the consciousness on the left side has not been able to grow because of the fear of the trauma and also the alien energy within the body. Their consciousness doesn't want to come into the body. It's too frightening. And therefore they lack human consciousness, human compassion, human understanding. They become more intellectual. But the reptilian has abilities. It has to survive, and as it doesn't have enough life force running through the body, it has to survive off others. So the reptilian attaches itself to the victim. Now the victim will either be a child, children and adults, and they live off the sexual energy. They live off the life force. So they stimulate an area of their brain, center of their brain, of their victims, and the victim will be sexually attracted to that person. They basically stimulate their body, their sexual energy within the body. And they'll get the victim to be attracted to them. So they bring the victim closer to them. They then funnel the energy off them. They attach them. They can't survive by themselves. They have to attach themselves to the victim. This is why, there's lots of sexual problems in the elite and paedophilia in the elite, because this is how these reptilians work. They feed off the sexual energy of adults and children. They are very manipulative, very deceptive. They are black magic. So black magic is when they create false realities around the victim to get the victim to believe a certain reality that is simply not true, and hide the true reality of what's going on. So the victim doesn't see the abuse or doesn't see the manipulation, doesn't see them for who they are. They don't see the inhumane behaviours that they have. And this has happened worldwide. Why, as humans, they can't see that the governments really do not give a shit about them, or the pharmaceutical companies are slowly killing them. These is because black magic has been involved, and the truth of what we're living in, have been living in, has been horrendous. Now, not to fear saying all that, because of Gaia rising and Mother Earth rising, this is why we're waking up. They can't survive. And the fact that, many people have talked about reptilians, I'm not the only one, they don't want that information out. And the rise of Mother Earth, they've been able to live here on her frequency. They wanted her frequency at a certain level because it makes them comfortable. They don't not really like our atmosphere too much. But because of the rise of Mother Earth, and she's rising and will continue to rise, the atmosphere is changing. And that's good for us, not good for them. So you're going to see, you're seeing the political system fall. You're seeing everything fall that is based in abuse, manipulation, deception. None of those frequencies will be able to survive on planet Earth. And so that's hybrid humans for you. And that's how they're created. And that's why you see a lot of sexual problems in the elite, because they aren't human. They're actually reptilians. Okay. I have written a book, One Set of Footprints, and it will tell you basically how I know what I know, my journey, my life journey, and that's ready to. You can download that from Patreon. And I do a Q&A every couple of weeks, and people come and ask, and I remote view different things, and so you're welcome to come and join. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, you take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.